Alright, what's going on, YouTube family? I wanted to make a video a while back. Oh yeah, I feel so much better. But I wanted to make a video a while back about Electronica's not family, but Electronica's album. And I just put a lot of oil on my face. That's why I look so oily and stuff. But so yeah, I want to talk about Electronica's album. I'm up hella early, like super early, with the vibes. I've been reading a little bit, which I know about this book. You know what I mean? Pretty powerful book. Just trying to find little pockets where I can be productive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm up like at 4 in the morning, I believe. Something early. It's dumb early right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go into the album a little bit. I'm gonna get on my computer so I can look at certain things I need to look at. But first things first, the album name is called A Written Testimony. You know what I'm saying? And off the rip, when I hear a written testimony, first of all, what is a testimony? You know what I'm saying? When I think of a testimony, I'm not going to look it up. I could, but I'm not. A testimony is something that it's like you bear witnessing or you saying something about yourself, or you like stating something about someone else. So you can make a testimony on another person or on somebody's case. Like, let's say you in court. But yeah, I don't want to go too far off into that. So right off the bat, when I hear a written testimony, I'm thinking of something that's for, like, the word written is important because isn't an album name It Was Written? Isn't Nas got an album called It Was Written? Or is that someone else? But the fact that written is so important is because it's letting you know. Let me see. Let me make sure it's Nas. Who said that it was written? Yeah, Nas. Yeah, so Nas had an album called It Was Written. So the fact that Electronica has a written testimony is already giving me vibes like this is not just the typical album where you put it on, catch a vibe, and go about your day. You know what I'm saying? This is an album where he clearly put some thought into it. You know what I'm saying? Although he said he spent 40 days and 40 nights, this album is a decade in the making. You know what I'm saying? This album was long overdue. So it's like you have to, when you listen to this album, it's nothing you can really review the next day or the next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, even me reviewing it right now, it took me a while to really digest the album, sit with it for a minute, hear everybody's reactions, because of course people gonna react. You know, it's just how people are. You know what I'm saying? People gonna trash it, people gonna do all kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, that don't really. Well, hold on, I just thought about this. My earphones are right here and my microphone is connected to it, so hopefully you can hear me. You can hear me good, even though my microphone is all the way over there. But yeah, so just getting past the title itself, I think I pretty much explained to you why I felt like the title was important, why he named it A Written Testimony. It was clearly something that he had to get across to the people, which is why, you know, he called it that. You know what I'm saying? And why he rapped the way he did on here, and I'm assuming he wrote all his stuff, so why he wrote the lyrics the way he did. So yeah. All right, let's get past that. Let's go into the track list of it. Track list: The Binding, Ghost of Soldier Slim, Ezekiel's Will, Universal Soldier, my shit, I love that. The Never Ending Story, fucks with that too. All Praises is Due to Allah, aka APIDTA. The Shiny Suit Theory, and The Overwhelming Event, which is just the minister talking for 2 minutes, but still great. Flux Capacitor, which people said they didn't really like that, but I actually liked. I fucked with it, so tease his own. But just to get into some of my favorites off the album, Universal Soldier was definitely a favorite of mine. I think the way he carried his voice, his tone, the tonality of his voice was something that quickly grabbed my attention and made me like the song off the rip. Just the way he was talking on there, and of course he had a lot of references to like the Nation of Islam. You know what I'm saying? He was saying, like, what did he say? He said a bar, like, he was like, he said something like, he said, when I spit, the children on the mothership bow on the platform, or something like that, something crazy like that. And that just hit me, because I'm like, ooh, that's cold. That's cold right there. Because it's something that only people that's in a certain type of, I'm not going to say bracket, but in a certain kind of, like, knowledge spectrum, they only going to get that. And I'm not saying that means I'm super smart, or I'm not saying that means, like, anything like that, but it just means, like, because I am, like, for one, it's because I grew up in the Nation of Islam. I get that metaphor. Like, it makes sense to me, and it's cold, because it's like, that's some hard ass shit to say. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just, that's another thing. I'm trying to get it to play on YouTube right now, but it's like not fucking with me right now. Not messing with me. It's like not want to play at all. But it's all Gucci, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. Another song off here everybody loves is The Binding, which is, of course, I get what people like The Binding, because it's it has Travis Scott, you know what I'm saying, on the hook. It's more up tempo, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more flavorful than some of the slower tracks where he's really getting into a more poetic, vibe and talking his talk. So yeah, that's that. The Binding is a good song. I like that one. That's in my top 5 on the album for sure. I ain't gonna lie, everything on here is good to me. I don't think nothing is like bad. I think everything is a go. I mess with everything on here. I mean, I guess people would say the Flux Capacitor beat was a little too much for them. Me personally, I like weird beats, so I was fucking with it. Yeah, I had to get used to it though, no cap. But when I got used to it, and I like the content of the song. Like, I'm more of a lyrics guy before a beat guy. So I'm always gonna shoot for the lyrics. Like, I don't care what you talking about. I mean, I don't care what the beat sound like. My fault. The beat can sound like anything. It could be a simple boom bap beat. If he on that bit like going crazy over that boom bap beat, I'm vibing with it. I don't care. But that's just me, because I'm not really super into I'm not just a beat guy. Like, I'm not only subjected to liking the beat and liking the song, therefore, So, there's that. I could just go down each song and how much and why I like it, but I think that's too simple of a way to review this album, because it's such a good album. But what I'm going to do is, because I don't want this review to last that much longer, I just want to get across the point that This is a very, very important album for the future of hip hop. I think Key said it's like one of the most important albums ever in the last decade or something like that. I'm not gonna say all that. It is important though. It is a very important album. I do see why he said that too. Just based on who's on the album, you know, what they're talking about on the album, how the album make you feel, the frequency of that. Like it's just like it's a lot that goes with the album. Like it's not just your everyday listen, you know. So I heard Maul say that, and these are people that I listen to, like people that I guess critique the album or heard it and had opinions on the album. He was like, it's more like an audio book, and I'm like, that's a great way of looking at it because the title is called A Written Testimony, you know. So it's definitely scriptures. Like it's definitely something you need to like listen to, but at the same time, you can hear it, and I mean you can vibe with it. It got beats and it's rapping and it's, you know, it's poetry and it's you know, all that. But at the same time, what they're trying to get across, the message, is way more important than, you know what I'm saying, a vibe or whatever, or the beat. You know, I heard people say the production on here was not that good, and I'm like, all right, now you just nitpicking because, I mean, I don't know that much work from Jay Electronica, but has his production in the past been like outstanding? Like, what did you expect from Jay Electronica? Some dudes not really looking for the over the top production. They might just like something that can get across a point. Like, I think Jay Electronica is more of a lyricist MC than he is like a, you know, super artist or you know, like a very meticulous artist, like how Kanye is with his art. He's every note, every, you know, key has to be in tune. Like that's how Kanye West is. I don't know if Jay Electronica is necessarily like that when it comes to his production and stuff like that. Maybe his lyrics, he's on that, but his production, he's just like, as long as it sounds good. I don't think he's necessarily being that meticulous about it. But there's that. What else do I want to dive into? I mean, I said the album was very important, but I guess I should talk about how important it is. This is basically like a Nation of Islam starter pack, like Nation of Islam theme music, like whatever you. It's something on here for you if you in the Nation of Islam, or if you 5%er, or you practice Islam, or you know anything about Islam, or you was raised a Muslim but now you're not a Muslim, now you just doing whatever you want, now you spiritual, you know. But it's something on here for those kind of people. Like he referenced the Anunnakis, and if you don't know what that is, look it up. He referenced the tribe of Shabazz. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. He referenced a lot of different things on here. He had hella Bible references on here. I'm not like a avid Bible quoter or reader, but I would suggest you read a Bible or read some verses when you hear certain metaphors on here, so you can understand the bar a little bit better. You know what I mean? He had one bar. He was like, "That's why I build my temple like Solomon in the desert," or something like that. And I don't even get that line all the way, but I'm sure it's a reference to how Solomon, the guy in the Bible, built something. You know what I mean? So it's just little things like that goes a long way. Like, people said that Jay-Z like mollywopped him and went crazy on him on his own album, and I think that's not true. I just think Jay Electronica is a different kind of rapper, and Jay-Z is more of a, he gonna give you double entendres, triple entendres, similes, metaphors, hyperboles, you know, stuff like that, like just exaggerations, like just, you know, just stuff like that. You know, he's really good with stuff like that. I think Jay Electronica pen and what he's gifted at is he's more of a like poet, and that's what he kind of specializes in, and he can make these cool parallels with scripture and the current times. And if you can do that and put that in rap and make it sound cool, then you can make something that sounds like something that is like fun and like you want to listen to it, but at the same time it's like putting medicine in the candy. So you're giving it to them in a way where they have to but digest it. But at the same time, they're learning from it. You know what I'm saying? What else do I want to say about the written testimony? The album itself, I rate it. I'll give it a 8.5. Yeah. No, I give it a 8.2. Because 8.5 round up to a 9. So I give it like a 8.2, 8.3. It has critiques on it, obviously. We probably wanted a solo Jay Electronica album. I'm not complaining about Jay-Z being on it either. But, you know, that's one thing. I mean, I don't care about the production. I thought it was okay. But I guess if you one of them niggas that care about production like that, maybe that's an issue for you. Me personally, I don't care. It sounded good to me, and the lyrics was okay. Lyrics was more than okay, so I can take subpar production over good lyrics any day. Or not subpar, but just okay production over good lyrics any day. As I take my time on here, see, I'm reaching 17 minutes, so I don't want to go on too much longer. If Jay Electronica happens to watch this or see this, shout out to you, because you're really pushing the culture, you know, pushing boundaries, you know, doing things that I haven't seen on this level yet, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be important for the future of hip-hop and just the future of the world in general, because hip-hop really run the world. We have a lot of power. Whether or not we know it or not, we have a lot of power. It's your boy Kimontae Martin. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing, follow me on Instagram at Kimontae, Kimontae. If you want to hear me talk more about stuff like this and hear me break down other topics from entrepreneurship to music to the economy to all kind of world issues, you can check me out on my podcast. It's called Creative Universe. It's on Spotify, it's on Anchor. I'm trying to get it on Apple Music and everything like that. But I know it's on Stitcher. It's on like most platforms where you can get podcasts at. So that's coming. That's something that's not only coming, but I already have episodes out, so you can check them out. I have a website called www.createauniverse.com, which I'm gonna reopen pretty soon, where you can purchase merch from me, where I can get a chance to be creative and create little shirts and phone cases and, you know, book bags. As a matter of fact, I have a book bag over here that I definitely want to show you guys. It's a prototype, but it's something that I feel like, you know, you would like. Give me 1 second. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What that say? Creative Universe, man. What that say? Creative Universe, man. Yes, sir. If you want one of these, hit me up in the comments. DM me. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna fuck with you. I just playing, but I'm gonna get back with you. I'm gonna have hella stuff out, hella cool designs and shirts. And I'm probably gonna update my logo and stuff like that too, cause I want to get a professional made logo. I made my own logo, but I want to get a professionally made logo, something that represents the brand, and just, you know, continue to be creative, continue to be an inventor, continue to be someone that disrupts the current, like, way things are, you know, be a paradigm shifter, disrupt the paradigm, be one of those people. It's approaching 20 minutes, so let me go ahead and give my graces, give my deuces. I'm out, y'all. Peace.